Today I'm having a walk down Walking Street and Beach Road, Pattaya. In this video, I'm going to break down how you can spot a scam and a mistake and how you can avoid it. So this first one is the infamous motorbike scam, and this scam happens all over Thailand. Very common scam. What happens is you pay a deposit before you take the bike away, and when you bring the bike back, they'll have covered up a hole or something. Sometimes they're using epoxy. And that's not to say this happens at every single bike shop in Thailand. A lot of them are genuine, but sometimes these places do like to pull these things. Some of the ways you can protect yourself is by taking photos and videos of all around the bike, every single angle, just so you've got a bit of evidence if anything does happen. And you don't want to be in one of them sticky situations where you start kicking off, start getting the police involved, because the police are never on your side here in Thailand when it comes to these sort of things. Okay, so the next is the ATM mistake, and a lot of people fall for this mistake when they come to Thailand. If you're using these ATMs 2 or 3 times a week, each time you use them, you've got to pay 220 baht per transaction if you're using an overseas debit card, which you most likely are if you're here on holiday. And then if your bank has any international fees, you have to pay those on top also. So this can quickly add up while you're out here. What I would recommend doing is using these TT exchanges and just use them about once a week. Thailand is a very cashless society, so don't worry about having loads of cash on you at one time. That's just the way things work out here. Okay, so this next one is about transport here in Thailand. If you're going out on a day trip somewhere, say if you're going to a temple or you're going to a water park and you need to get a taxi, always negotiate the price before you jump in that taxi. Don't just get in the taxi and figure out a price on the way. Always pull it up on Google Maps where you're going, talk about the distance, talk about how many kilometres, and try and negotiate a price with the driver. The same applies if you're getting a tuk-tuk or a motorbike anywhere. Just always negotiate first. There's no harm in just discussing the price before you actually get in the vehicle, because what will happen is you'll start driving, the driver could take a long route round and he could say, oh, we've been driving for 20 minutes, half an hour, when the journey only took 5 minutes. What I'd actually recommend doing is downloading the app Bolt or Grab on your phone. Bolt is generally a bit cheaper than Grab, but both of these have fixed rates and you can pay in cash as well. So download Bolt or Grab if you don't want to have to mess about with getting these taxis on the street, because half of them say taxi meter, but they just charge you what you want. So yeah, bear that in mind. Now the next one, jet ski scam, and this goes hand in hand with the motorbike scam. Very similar, only a jet ski, they can say you damaged the bottom of the boat, you went over some shallow rocks, it's caused a crack, and it can be just as, if not more expensive than the motorbike scam. And that's not to say all these places are the same and they're all out to get you, because they're not, but they are out there. So always take pictures of the jet ski, take videos, do everything you need to do, and always make sure it's got enough fuel as well, because sometimes what they'll even do is give you the jet ski with half the fuel in it. You'll go out on the sea riding, you'll end up being stranded out there with no fuel. They'll have to come and save you, and then they'll charge you extra for going over the time and for the extra fuel. So always check it's got enough fuel, always take photos, get the evidence, and this way you'll be protected and you'll avoid being scammed. The next is the great room scam. If you're booking your accommodation before you get here, which you most likely are, a lot of these deals may seem too good to be true, but what you need to do is check the small print on the contract and read it thoroughly. As you can see, at some places it does say in the small print that bills such as water, electricity, Wi-Fi are charged after you leave, which means the price you see on the website is not the price you're actually going to pay when you get there and when you leave the hotel. So it's good practice to always check this out, and this goes for if you're renting a room anywhere in Pattaya or Bangkok or anywhere in Thailand. Always check if the bills are included or not, because this is a common mistake that everybody makes and it can cost you a lot of money, especially if you leave the aircon on. Thailand is generally a safe country, but there are scammers out there, like every country. It's actually ranked 95 on the list of most dangerous countries, so it isn't actually that bad. But just be aware of these scams if you are coming out here, and I hope this video has been informative and give you a bit more knowledge and made you a bit more wiser if you're planning on coming out here in 2023. If you like this sort of content, guys, if you like these videos I'm doing out here in Thailand, do me a favour and make sure you subscribe, hit the little bell for the notifications, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.